Holy Chapter 3. I was on my way to my car when I saw the paper flapping on the passenger side of my windshield. I pulled it off and got into the front seat. It was a note, written on a receipt. Hi, I was sick with putting a Valentine's Day card on my brother's girlfriend's car yesterday, and I guess I got the wrong car. I'm sorry. I understand there was a coupon in there that nobody should ever have had to lay eyes on. I hope I didn't cause any problems with you and your SO. The worst Wingman ever, obviously. I loved it really. I folded it in half and put it in the cup holder. The mystery Valentine's Day card was yesterday. It was still in my glove box. I wasn't sure what to do with it. I was thinking maybe there was a community cardboard for the building somewhere that I could take it to. I didn't feel right to throw it away. I got home. When I got inside, I shoved off my sweater and dropped it on the arm of the couch. Then I started around my apartment weirdly. I didn't know this place yet. It was full of my stuff, but I hadn't been home an entire day in the 8 weeks I've lived here. Not since they sent Grandma home on hospice. I hadn't unpacked. I hadn't made it my own. It was as foreign to me as the rest of my life at the moment. Somewhat familiar, but alien too. I wandered around, watering neglected plants. I sifted through mail, paid a few bills, folded a pile of laundry, then I dropped it into the bed and passed out. The next morning, when I put back into the garbage at Grandma's complex, I left a Ziploc bag containing the Valentine's Day card under my whippet with a short note. And it's what I get for having the most common card in the USA, I guess. Even I can't figure out which one is mine sometimes. I don't have a boyfriend, so you're in luck. Nobody card loan. I thought you might want a letter back. If it was still there when I returned, I was going to look for that cardboard, but I figured it was worth a shot. Set me a trip around the building. I came out 3 hours later to put Grandma's walker in the back seat, and the Ziploc was gone, replaced with a page front, a ceiling fan installation pamphlet. Thanks, maybe a bubbly head on the dash will help. Haha. It made me smile a little. When I came back, Grandma was where she always was, in the hospital bed in the middle of the living room, surrounded by flowers and wrapped in a colorful apron, laughing loudly with Gillian, who was telling some dramatic story. Mom was cleaning his dishes in the tiny kitchen. Grandma's sisters, Margaret and Lucy, was standing on a stool by the window, hanging crystals. This was a good place to die. It had good energy. Everything around my grandmother always did. She didn't like the sterilizing hospital things of any reminder of what was happening here. She made me drape a floral scarf over the TV stand, and I wasn't allowed to wear scrubs. Not for his assignment. She liked things pretty and soft and comfortable. Food cooking in the kitchen, people around her, so that's what we gave her. I wore my regular clothes, blousy tops, and flowy skirts. Chilean broth candles she made, and Nadia cakes cupcakes. Mom simmered pasta sauce, and we watched Grandma slowly decline. I'm back, I say, clicking the door shut behind me. Lucy pointed at the crystal. How about this? She said, louder than necessary. Her hairy eyes were off again. Is this in the right spot? Grandma turned to look. We won't know until the sun's on that side. What? I say, we won't know until the sun is on that side, Grandma says louder. For pig's sake, turn your hairy eyes on. Look it down. I can't hear a thing you're saying. We probably won't know until the sun's on that side. I laughed to myself and I came over to the bed and lowered the tray. How's your pain? Good, Grandma said. I arched an eyebrow. Are you sure saying that? I asked, taking her pulse. I know you don't like the way the morphine feels. We can do something else. She wet me off with her free hand. I'm fine. There was a chunk of a cigarette from the ninth floor apartment, followed by the sounds of the power tool. What are they doing over there? Mom asked. New tentance, Grandma says, probably fixing it up. Well, I wish they'd be quieter about it, Mom said, whipping the counter sound. I taken Grandma's scattering bag. Then I pulled out my stethoscopes and listening to her chest. It didn't like what I heard. I never would. I wrapped my stethoscopes around my neck, trying to keep my feelings about this off my face. Something funny happened a couple of days ago, I said. Grandma perked up. Oh, someone left a love letter on my car. It wasn't from Shep, was it? Mom says. No, it wasn't for someone else. Very anticlimactic, but it had a set coupons on it. I said, amused. I hope you keep it, Julian said. You need it. I scoffed, thanks. You know where you need to go, Julian says. Where? I asked, taking Grandma's ankles. She had some edema. This was new. Home Depot, Julian says. To wander the aisles, looking confusing. Why would I gave her a look. I am not man shopping at Home Depot. She's right, Holly. There's a lot of good men at hardware stores, Grandma said. Stay away from the garden and paint sections, Julian says. The men over there are girl or married. Stay out of the lumber section too. Real carpenters have tinners delivered on site. You won't find anyone in the lumber section who knows what to do with their wood. You're unbelievable, I say, rolling fresh socks on Grandma's feet. I glanced at my sister. What else? Here is brankers. The little size is where it's at. Those guys are prepared and they make good money. Also, they are good on their hands and knees. Grandma was snickering. Plumbing and electrician fittings is another good one. They are trade guys, professional, by their place to go. They put of gold, they fishing in hold of the hardware world. She pauses dramatically. Is it all I asked? She were all watching her now captivity. You want guys buying their red tools? She said, making eye contact with each of us. Red tools are a green flag. Why red? Mom asked, trying a bowl with a rag. There are the expensive, professional ones. She propped her foot on the edge of Grandma's vest and did a hamstring stretch. You could make an extension fragile with a yellow tools if he's cute enough. But never green. Ever. No green, I say, smacking her foot off the comforter. Got it. Mom was shaking her hair. Where did you learn all this? I drink iced coffee and I know things. Grandma cookies. Good information, I say, finishing with the socks and took the blankets around Grandma's feet. But I'm going to take a break from dating for the 4-scale future. Why? Julian asked. Because my self-esteem is shattered, because I'm not ready to choose someone yet, because my heart is about to be broken in a way I've never known, and there isn't room for more. and he just did a number on me. It's sad. Grandma watched me as I sat down with my hobby. Holly, did I ever tell you about my husband? Grandma asked. I paused, moved midway to my mouth. You had a first husband before your grandfather? Never had any children with him. We were married only 8 months before he died. Lucy, remember Tip? What? Lucy shouted. Tip, do you remember Tip? Lucy grimaced. He was a bastard. Oh. Handsome as a fox, but mean as a snake, Grandma says. I've been wanting to tell you about him. I keep forgetting. Why did I never know this? I asked. I don't like to talk about him, Grandma says. I don't think I breathed his name was during the 50 years I was married to your grandfather. Only I started thinking about him recently. We talk about it later. Mom stood in the doorway. Holly, you can't let what Ted did get to you. The cheating says so much more about him than you, and what kind of man steal a neti pot. One that should have his stick in a guillotine, Julian said. What? Lucy asked. A thick guillotine, my sister repeated. A teeny one. Mom laughed before turning back to the kitchen. Lucy, we are leaving in 30 minutes. Gillian nodded around town with a neighbor. Leaving in 30 minutes, she said. She did as I bent. I'm learning in a bit too. I'm taking the kids to the beach. Her kids were guinea pigs. She put them in a mesh tent and took them on outings. My sister volunteers at 3 different animal rescues where she was known as the guinea pig girl because she loved to foster them. For work, she sold homemade skincare products as farmers' markets. They were really good. I love her lavender lip scrub. Julian, Mom, and Lucy left. I was glad there was going to be a break in the visitors. Grandma was lying to me. She was in pain. She just didn't want to take anything that would make her sleepy or for her memory when people were here. She wanted to be present, so she wouldn't accept anything that would actually take the edge off. A night nurse came every day at 8 p.m. so I could go home to sleep. The night nurse told me that she asked for morphine the second I left. The sun was running out in the old grass, and she didn't want to waste a single grain of it. Grandma didn't feel like a person with only a few grains left. I think that's why this was so hard. When Grandpa died, he was tired. His dementia had taken a lot of him. We lost him most before we lost his body too. But Grandma still had so much vitality, she didn't feel ready to go yet. I wasn't ready for her to go either. Okay, this was a tough chapter, to be honest. And a really tough one. This is the end of the chapter 3, and we heard the female main character, and we heard Holly talk in this chapter. Bien, lo que nos va contando acá Holly es, bueno, que ella vuelve al trabajo, encuentra la nota, responde la nota, vuelve, encuentra otra nota, en fin. Lo más importante creo que de este capítulo es que ella entra al trabajo, encuentra que está su mamá, su hermana, su tía acompañando a su abuela. Tienen una conversación, la abuela le cuenta sobre un ex marido que tuvo, del que nunca le gusta hablar y que parece que no era muy buena persona. Y ella se da cuenta de que su abuela en realidad está sufriendo de mucho dolor y que le queda poco tiempo.